Hello, everybody. Welcome to the channel. Uh, let's talk about how the IT certifications work, how they help you in getting your first job in IT as an entry level, and how it can also help you by taking your IT career um, further if you already have a little bit of experience. Um, Before I started working in IT, I started working in IT as an IT support, which is like the base level entry level job that you can find and you can get. And obviously certifications was one of the big part of me landing that job. um, what I wanted to talk about is, uh, before I landed the job, I kind of had an idea on how certifications are. I had a misconception of in my head where I thought if I take certification, if I keep on getting certified, and as many certifications as I have, that would improve my profile. I would add them in my LinkedIn, in my resume, and as much quantity as I have, I would have a better chance of landing a job and keeping it, maybe taking it even further. But I think I was wrong somewhere along the lines, in terms of it's not just the certifications only which will take you further in your IT journey. It's a combination of multiple things. You have to do your own. I'm talking about when you are already in IT and you want to take your career to advance. You kind of have to to take some certifications, do some labs on the side. You have to be, maybe you have to work in a corporate environment to know how the companies work, to know how the tools work. um, and then those things help you overall to take your career um, further in advance in IT. But we can talk more about that later in the video. I want to start with how somebody can land an entry level job in IT. Um, so how it works in IT is, uh, every company. I would speak for obviously North America, but and specifically in Canada where I work, where I live. Um, how it is every company at some level do require, obviously, people who manages their IT infrastructure. And then at some level, it doesn't matter if the company is small or big, they do need people who can take care of their IT devices. They need IT support person. Now, if you're a recent graduate, it's tough to find a job, uh, because usually the people, the company is looking for experience. They want to know that you are comfortable working in a company environment where you know how to communicate with the team members, executives. You know how the company culture works, and you're not just a graduate with no knowledge of how it works in the real world. So that's kind of what the expectations are nowadays. Companies they want you to have a base level knowledge of what's going on, in the world currently. Now, if you've taken a course, or if you're a graduate from university, really good chance, um, you have or you are learning what has already been taught, or what has already been going on along the years. Really good chance those things would not be new or updated. And I think that's kind of where the certifications come in, where you get your degree, studies, your graduation, and plus you add certifications with them. And then you combine the certifications, where if you get certifications, they are kind of updated and new information with what's going on currently in the world. So certifications is like a quick brush up for yourself, basically. um, but yeah, sorry, I keep on getting sidetracked, but I was talking about landing an entry level job in IT. Um, so if you want to get a job in IT support as an entry level in any company, there are a few certifications which you can start from. I think there is CompTIA A plus, which teaches you a little bit of hardware, and how that works. You can always take um, you can always add more certifications which are base level for other cloud companies. So there is Microsoft, they have their Azure services, Google have their own Google Cloud, Amazon has their AWS services, and all those cloud providers has their own entry level certificates and courses, which you can basically sign up for free. You can take those courses for free, and those courses will help you um, land your first job, basically, because that tells the company that you are or you are a candidate of a profile who likes to spend their time, who likes to take out their time from their regular routine day, to learn something new, different, um, to develop their career or to start their career in IT. So getting a certificate kind of tells 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 the companies, even getting a base certificate. If you're confused on where to start from, you can always, or if you don't know where you want to further in IT, but you just want to start in an entry level, any of those base level certificate would help you, because at that time, it's not like the companies are gonna want to know what you have learned or prepared in all those Microsoft, Google, AWS company certifications. What they basically want to know at that level, in an entry level, is that the candidate is smart in terms of actually passionate, more on a passionate side, where, like I said already, they want to know that the candidate is strong and he's interested, really interested in the field that he's applying job for, and he's eager to learn. He's eager to spend some more time, um, to learn. He doesn't just take his job lightly or just a 9 to 5 thing. This, like, getting these certificates in the beginning kind of tells the companies that your profile is a little stronger, and that kind of stands out. um, and there's a lot of certificates for certificates in entry level. You can kind of just Google them and see which ones they are. Now I know for CompTIA Plus, that teaches you a little bit of hardware, so that one's good to take. There's always free courses on YouTube which you can go through quickly, and then you can always um, practice for question answers, and book for the exam, and give the exam. Even if you fail, you can always, you have that knowledge, take that knowledge, add some more, give the exam again, get the certification, and then build your profile that way. At least get the practice of preparing for certifications, um, while your daily life is still going on, and that will kind of stand you out. um, so yeah, for entry level, like I said, you can take all those base certificates from all those big companies, um, and even you can, depending on what field you are in IT, because IT is vast. um, just Google some base level certificates, and get some. Those would really really help you out with your first job. Now, if you want to take your career, um, let's say you're working already in IT for a few years, and you want to further advance your career, um, obviously one of the ways you can, obviously you can take certificates. Now, how certificates help in taking your career advance is, um, like I said, you can always research and see what field you're already working in, and then what specialty you want to pick from within that field. So you can always go to security side of things, you can go to infrastructure side of things, you can go to the DevOps kind of side of things in IT, just developer side of things where you kind of just code if you're into coding coding as much. And then there's sub fields for that. So um, but yeah, take that certificate, look what field you want to get into. um, for me, for example, I'm really interested into cloud and administrating cloud. So um, maybe solutions architect or one of those titles I'm really interested in. So what I did was I got the base certificate for Microsoft for AZ 900. Now Microsoft, Google, and AWS has, like I said, they already have their own clouds. So a lot of big companies or even smaller companies, they might be using one of those cloud services or even multiple cloud services. So what Microsoft, AWS, and Google likes to do is like I said, they like to give their own courses, even specialty courses that starts from associate to fundamental. That can start from fundamental, associate, and it can go to advanced level, and depending on where you are in your career. Spend some time, research on um, all three of these big companies are kind of similar, so they kind of have similar services and such, but you do have to know them differently. Their names are different, and obviously they're different companies. But I would recommend pick up one specialty and try to learn um, whatever interests you, whatever field interests you. um, Go to for example, Microsoft, right? So you go to Microsoft website and you look for what certificates they give. um, there's everybody has to do some fundamental, some basic certificates regardless of what field you pick. So I guess there's like a like AZ dash 9. So whatever certificate starts from AZ dash 9, whatever, those are the base level certificates for Microsoft. And then you pick one and then you kind of go further in that specialty, um, and then you get advanced in that certificate. But again, it's not the biggest deal. There's no pressure. You can always take the first base level certificate if that doesn't interest you. Switch the field, look around, spend some time, and get another certificate. If you're in IT, really good chance. Um, or if you're in IT, make habit of thinking, or make practice of thinking. Don't think of your job, your career as a 9 to 5, and I'm just gonna start and end my day and go home, come back next day, kind of thing. If you're in IT, how it works in tech companies or in a bigger domain in IT is, you kind of have to uh, build your own profile. You have to be a guy who's curious in the field, ready to learn, um, ready to change their thoughts, where if anything new comes, you should be able to change that information from old to new. um, I guess that's kind of how the thought process works. So start preparing for one certificate and then you can always change and get another one. It's not there's not going to be even if you want to change your sub fields in IT, the certificate's not going to go to waste. If anything, you just learn more about that company anyways. um, so it's good to have that knowledge. It's the knowledge doesn't go anywhere. But that's kind of how you advance from, if you have a few years of experience and if you wanted to jump to an advanced level, research on what companies you want to work for, or what services or what company or what tools you want to specialize in. um, and then be curious. Google, ask ChatGPT, use all those tools that are online, um, and then ask questions. There's no silly questions in our community in IT. everybody is super helpful. I know generally you ask anybody out there, um, their career thoughts. If they're doing good, they would love to help you out. Um, so yeah, start with taking a certificate, start with whatever knowledge you have, um, but then you can always figure out ways. But start taking those certificates first, and combine them with experiences. Not just the company experiences, but try to see if you can take on some projects, some little projects, tiny projects, which you can do on your own, research, even if it's a little difficult. So you can put that in your profile and make your profile really good, and apply for a job or advanced in your career. um, yeah, that's kind of what my thoughts are on certificates. um, yeah, let me know if you have any questions and comments, but other than that, I'll see you next time.